Welcome. Yes, it's a Monday morning, a brand new week. I'm pretty excited today to share with my viewers yet another edition. Thank you for joining me. Please remember to like this video, comment if there are any contributions. The topic I'm going to discuss is one whereby I need contributions. Comment if there's anything I'm missing out. If there's anything I've mentioned that you disagree with, please, I am here to listen to all comments. If there is anything you've liked, comment as well. If there is any topic you'd want us to share in the future, please go ahead and comment as well. Yes, so once again, this is Revamped Lily, a former banker for the last 7 years. So today, I sat and thought, what should I share with my viewers? And something struck my mind. I was like, how about you talk about financial management, as in personal finance? You know, we have finance officers in banks, in organizations, accountants, and all that. How about you as an individual? Who is your accountant? Who is your banker? Who is your finance manager? It's yourself. Do you know why I say that? Because you earn your money for yourself, so you need to know how to distribute this money and manage it effectively. So what do we mean by personal finance? From my own understanding, personal finance is the ability for one to distribute or manage their income, their monthly income or quarterly income or annual income in a way that it covers their expenses. Secondly, it covers their savings and covers their investments within a prescribed period of time. So, how do we get about personal finance? First, let me mention this before I move to budgeting. When you have personal finance within you and you can handle your finances without you going to borrow or using a credit card to meet your needs, your savings, your investments, then you're a wealthy person. When someone lives debt-free, it's the best life someone can ever experience. I talk and mention this out of my own experience. Before I got into loans, I was a free person. I didn't have to look for food and look for transport, for money for this, and yet I'm earning. I was free. I was living within my means. But from the time I started borrowing and I got into debt, trust me, I've never gotten out of debt for the last 7 years, and I'm still struggling to clear those debts. But I went ahead and researched on personal finance, and I was like, how do I get out of debt? How, Lillian, how do you get out of debt? And something struck me to read about it, and I realized having a budget is an important aspect in financial management or in personal finance. You understand? When you have a budget, you have your expenses aligned, you'll have your savings aligned, you'll have your investments aligned. Within your income, you're not going to go beyond your income. So this is why I come here to tell my fellow ladies and everyone out there that that personal finance is very possible. Let no one deceive you that you cannot do without a loan or you cannot do without a debt. It is possible. I have friends who have testified they are living out of debt and they are the happiest people I've ever known. They are living a healthy life, stress-free life. Of course, there are other factors that may cause them stress, but finances can cause stress. Debts can cause stress. That's why today I'm here to emphasize that let's do this together. Personal finance is very possible, my friends. So how do we draw up a budget? One, we're going to identify your needs, you're going to identify your wants, your savings, and your investments. Then get a spreadsheet. If you don't have a computer, get a pen and a book. Draw the columns. Identify your needs, your wants, your expenses, your savings, and your investments, because you need all these are important. Of course, if you feel you're still over indebted, for the meantime you can exclude investments and savings probably, so that we can first handle the needs, the expenses that go in needs, in the wants, and how much are we using to clear the debts. But if you don't have debts, and or if your income can necessitate you to clear that, to have a plan for the debt and also save and invest, then you can have all the 5 columns. Now, how do we go about this? We need to first identify our needs in a budget. We need to separate our needs from wants, because for the meantime, since our target is to clear the loan, we need to first identify our needs and our wants. Once you've identified your needs, those are the things that you cannot do without. These are fundamental human rights. For instance, food. In this world, regardless of your financial status, whether you're wealthy or you're poor, you're middle class, we all have to eat. However, what we eat doesn't matter. As long as you have something to put in your mouth, then you need to have that column for food under needs. So your budget has to cover feeding. Number 2, you need shelter. Yes, you may have the food, but if you have nowhere to lay at night, then you're as good as an animal. Imagine you're working and the month ends and the landlord is knocking at your door or sending you messages, emails, reminders because you haven't paid your rent. That is absurd. That is embarrassing. It's a need. It should be the top priority amongst your needs. Thirdly, we need clothing. For us who have children, we can testify. These children grow very fast, especially between the ages of 1 and 13. Every 6 months, you need to buy new clothes. And also for my friends out there who are in the Western world, where there is extreme weather changes, weather conditions. When it's winter, it's extremely cold. When it's summer, it's extremely hot. The heat waves are up there. So what do? Meaning you need to budget for these clothes. You may find that the clothes you bought 2 or 1 to 2 years ago don't fit you anymore, or they are worn out. And yet winter is coming, so you need to budget for these as well. So clothing is a fundamental human right for both adults and children. Another need that you need to include in your budget as you're managing your finances is education. Education, especially for children, it's a human right. You don't give birth to a child, you don't bring a child to this world to suffer and be a hooligan and be a nuisance to community. They need to learn. So children have to be in school. And to be in school, you have to pay dues, you have to pay fees, you have to pay tuition for your child in school. So in your budget, you need to include education as a fundamental human right or need. Yes. So if you have children who are seated at home and you're a parent, think twice. Include your children's education in your personal finances. So those are a few needs that I can identify, which are mainly fundamental human rights. However, we have wants. Now, as opposed to needs that we cannot do without, we have wants. A want is a desire. I desire that car. I desire to build that house. I desire, oh my God, I desire to go for that trip. I desire to go on that trip with my friends come end of year. But you can do without them. Duh. Yeah. But however, when you manage your finances from the start, excluding the debts, you get rid of the debts, you're going to find that you have room to accommodate a trip once a year, accommodate a car, you can acquire a new car, you can build the house of your dreams, because you're not paying debts. You're not paying debts. My dear, debts are real. They keep us there. So once you've identified your wants and you feel that your budget can accommodate the needs, the wants, and you still have a balance, you need to cover some savings aside for future contingencies. These are situations that happen without you planning and you need money. So you have your savings where you can always tap and solve those problems. And finally, investments. Yes, people say we don't know what the future holds and all that, but you can plan for your future. You may say that, what if I die tomorrow? Who will take my money? Who will take care of my investments? Who will benefit from my investments? But have you also asked yourself, what if you don't die and live to the fullest, to the age of 80, 90? Who is going to take care of you after retirement? That burden shouldn't be laid on your children. Let your children work for themselves. So work for yours now by planning. Now, planning involves investing. That's where our budgeting comes in. They say one by one makes a bundle. You can never be surprised at how you can get somewhere by starting with $100 or less, but you keep accumulating. One by one makes a bundle. You may start with $10 today. By the end of the year, even if you say $10 per week, by the end of the year you have something. It may not be big enough, but it can help you start up something or invest in something. For instance, there are bonds as cheap as $100. You get. So all this comes back to personal finance. Budgeting is an important aspect in personal finance or in financial management. Yes, my sister, yes, my brother, I know you're hearing me. If you agree with me, like this video so that you can share more ideas in the comment section. You can tag someone, share this link to someone who needs this. I'm sure there are people out there struggling with debts and they are wondering how to get out of it. My next video will be about debt management. How can we manage debts and get out of it? I am doing it now and I'm progressing. Yes, I haven't cleared my debts completely, but I'm seeing a positive change, positive results. The debts are reducing. If I can do it, you can do it too. So my dear friends, for today I wanted to just introduce the topic in this edition, and I would request you to like, please, my friends, so that we can enjoy this together and discuss more. And also, if there is any topic in finance, personal finance, management of income, distribution, budgeting, please drop in a comment section so that we can discuss in future together. Thank you so much for today. I remain Revamped Lily. Follow me, like my content. Remember to subscribe so that you can always receive a notification once I've posted a new video. Hit that bell as well. Thank you so much and cheers. Lots of love from this ends. Bye.